Hey! Yume then turned around and started running back home. What's wrong? She looked really angry all of a sudden. She'll be fine.
用事があるんじゃしょうがないよね。ちょっと寂しいけど、二人でご飯にしよっか。
Yeah, I guess.
何にしようかな。午前中ずっと立ちっぱなしだったからお腹が空いちゃって。
She fluttered her costume a bit and kept smiling. Why do these meager outfits put off both an air of purity and the air of healthy sex appeal? That's kind of weird, isn't it? Just like, it's like pure, it's just... But it has a sex appeal to it. It's just like, what? Kinda like with nuns then, isn't it? Just like, some people just be like, yes, it shows innocence, purity, all that, and then to some it have like some kind of that appeal to it. It's just like... kind of, I don't know. They don't really show up their bodies at all, so... In turn, the little glances of neighbor color make the heartbeat faster. Sorry, I was spacing out. As an apology, lunch will be on me. What do you want to eat? Gotcha, they've got to have some over there, so let's check it out. Excuse me, 2 yaki or whatever, please. Coming right up, the food's hot, so be careful. I paid you all band for the food and walked over to Otney with it. Here you go, Otney, there's sauce on it, so try to keep it off your clothes. You know, she's got hair not similar to mine, but the way it comes down like this, I just can't help but wonder if it gets in her face when she's eating stuff, because my hair does that all the goddamn time. And my hair comes down to around about here. It used to go down to probably about the same length as here, really. Or maybe even longer, but I had my hair cut a couple of months back, so it's currently just around shoulder length or just a little bit below it. And it still gets in my goddamn face. She just dug in, seemingly not paying attention to it. She got sauce in her hair or on her sleeves. Hey, this could be my big chance. Time to get even with Otney for all the time she's done stuff like this to me. Plans for a prank began to build up inside my head. Plans that would likely backfire because they just don't work when you use them. Now, if you were a master of these kind of things like Tomoyo from Clannad, you might have a chance of successfully doing these kind of pranks. But, maybe even not, because I remember his pranks on Tomoyo didn't exactly go over well. But still, you get the idea. Well then, here you go. I picked up Otney's serving and held out some food towards her mouth. Go on, open wide, say ah. Come on, Otney, you've done the same thing for me lots of times. I'll let you experience this embarrassment to the fullest. This feels pretty good, though. Maybe I'm feeling good because my opponent is being all shy about it. Don't worry, none of these people know us anyway. If you don't eat up, it's gonna get cold. Well then, no need to hold back. Ah. Chomp! Otney grabbed the yagi I held out with her mouth. She looked really happy. Here, Otney, have some of this. Otney had finished eating her serving, so I picked up mine. Don't worry, you look so happy. Just seeing you makes me feel at ease. Can you imagine feeding someone like this? and you're just so amused by the way they're eating it that you're just continuously putting food in their mouth, just like just like just like, how big is your stomach, man? She kind of looks like a tiny animal when she eats. I guess the expression of bliss was just because she got 2 servings of fried squid, though.
ごちそうさま。美味しかった。こうやって誰かに食べさせてもらったのって初めてかも。
I just had a bizarre image in my mind there. I was just thinking, like, imagine people just like by the seafront, just like eating squid and all that, and suddenly a giant squid just like appears on the shore, just like still in the water, just kind of goes. It's like, oh shit, Squidward is pissed. Otney, you've got some sauce around your mouth.
どこ？
On your right cheek, right around here. I pointed at my own chin to give her an idea of where the sauce was. Let me guess, she's not going to get the right spot.
舌が届かないな。
She tried really hard to reach the sauce with her tongue. Hey now, that's not good table manners. I got a handkerchief and wiped the sauce off her cheek.
ありがとう。なんかいつもと逆だね、これじゃ。
Really, this is the complete opposite of how it usually is.
でも、これはこれで悪くないかな。
Just like, the way she says that makes it assume that she thought it was bad in the first place, but she's the one that's always doing that. She said, giggled, and stuck out her tongue.
ねえ、お昼休みが終わるまでもうちょっとあるからいろいろ見て回ろう。せっかくのお正月なんだし。
Sure, why not? Suddenly, I smelled a weird scent coming from somewhere. What's this? Smells like something's burning.
弟くん、あそこ。
Where Otney was pointing, red-hot flames were burning tall. Otney instantly took off in the direction of the fire. Otney, wait! I ran after her, trying to catch up. At one of the steak stalls, a cardboard box with the owner's belongings had caught fire, setting the entire thing ablaze. The crimson flames licked the air, causing a heat haze. People all over were panicking as the flames kept burning. Hey, someone get the fire extinguisher now! What's going on? Is this arson? Who cares? Just put out the fire and move all flammable things away from it as fast as you can. Shortly thereafter, the man got the fire extinguisher and commenced the dangerous task of putting out the fire. Because the response was fast, the fire was out in no time and disaster was averted.
これも放火なのかな。
I wonder. I didn't see it, so I honestly can't tell you. You know, there are loads of different crimes in the world, but one thing that I absolutely loathe is definitely gotta be arson. Bastards. I just don't understand it. But if someone did, that's pretty scary. I hope they manage to catch the culprit soon. Well, I suppose there are reasons for it. Like, some people commit arson for, like, what's it called again? Damn it, I can never remember these things when I'm recording. But you probably get what I mean by that. Or there are just douchebags that are just like, well, set something to fire because it's fun. What's fun about that? I'll never understand that, you know? Just thinking about it, if this were my Otney's house, scared me really badly.
そうだね。
We silently looked at the cardboard box which had been turned into ashes by the fire. I'd say my reasons, obviously, for my some feelings towards such thing is it's actually happened to me in the past. I think I've mentioned it before, like some assholes like set fire to stuff in our garden and it stuck with me to this day, and I just can't stand the smell of smoke like that or anything like that. It really does, just... It leaves a bit of a scar on you, I suppose, mentally. So yeah, I hate arsonists. They are arsists. Arsists? That's a new word, I think, there. You were having so much fun just a moment ago, and then this. Well, that's uplifting music. Since I ended up alone, I've got nothing to do. But well, since I'm basically just passing time, I might as well go to the shopping district. Looks like I'm just doing the same thing, whether it's a normal day on New Year's Day. Man. Oh well, I'll just go wander about. Hey there, little guy, you see we lost our wallets, and it'd really help us if you could lend us some money, you know? What the... On hearing some voices from an alley, I stopped dead in my tracks. Excuse me, but we're not telling you to give us your money, you know. Just lend it to us, and we'll give it back once we can get to the bank. In the alley, I saw two rowdy figures and a timid-looking boy. I don't really have any money. You really don't? Come on, it's New Year's Day. So it'd be okay to beat you up if we find some money in that wallet of yours, huh? Jeez, what are those assholes doing on New Year's Day? These pieces of crap are everywhere these days. They're really a problem. They could do with some smacking around. I really don't think they're all that strong. 2-on-1, huh? The surroundings aren't really in my favor, but I can't just abandon this kid. Hey, you! Let go of him! But just as I said that, the signboard hanging above the delinquent suddenly started dangling. It all happened in a blink of an eye. The signboard supports came loose and it fell straight onto their heads. Kaplang! Yeah! Just like a lab frog receiving a high voltage current, one man's guts were splattered by the signboard. The man who had taken a direct hit from the signboard had his legs bent in some rather impossible way. He looked just like a string puppet with its legs bent backwards. What was that sound just now? That signboard, it just suddenly fell down. Hey, someone, there's a man crushed under this signboard. Call an ambulance! The ground was stained red with the blood of the man that had been flattened underneath the signboard. I signaled to the people around me to help me lift the signboard. Phew. Well, that was sudden, wasn't it? Just like, you know what, I'm gonna put those assholes in their place. And then suddenly, pfft. Shit, what's that all about? He was bleeding quite badly and he had many broken bones, but he seemed to be still alive. I gathered what cloth I could from the people nearby and did my best to stop their bleeding. They tried to rob that kid. I had no sympathy for them, but this was just really bad. I could hear the sound of the ambulance sirens approaching nearby. It looks like the signboard support shook loose or something. They've really got to inspect these things now and then. But that can't be. I just had this sign replaced the other day. So you say, but as you can see, this sign just fell right down. The place was getting in an uproar. Suddenly I felt like someone was watching me, so I turned around. I suddenly noticed someone with smooth blonde hair standing in the middle of the crowd. Blonde hair. Blonde hair? Wait, is that Sakura-san? But she seems to be in a rather bad mood. I tried to get to her, but I lost her in the middle of the crowd causing a traffic jam. So you got all these various incidents, and then there's Sakura, and it's just like, what's all this about? You viewers probably understand it perfectly. Me, I still haven't got a clue. It just seems like random events. It's just like, what's the cause? Is it just simply shit happens, or is there an actual purpose behind it? Because it seems quite random. The best part of New Year's Day is lazing around the kotatsu, the New Year's food, and watching TV, but... Hey, Yume, would you give this variety show thing a rest already? They've been airing the same old jokes over and over since yesterday with these annoying, laughing actors. If you think that's bad, you should see the internet, man. How many times they freaking use the same jokes, the same memes, it's just like, I mean, how many times have you seen those damn things? Just like,
いや、全然。
You don't want it? It's been the same jokes over and over for a day and a half. How can it be any fun if you already know how it ends?
そうでもないよ。兄さん、どうせまた歌番組が見たいって言うんでしょ。同じ歌を何回も聞かされるよりはまだマシ。
So it's like same old jokes, good. Same old songs, not so good. Well, that reminds me, anytime like I hear the radio, usually if I'm at the gym or like in a car and all that, I notice the radio really does just repeat the same bloody songs over and over again. It's just like, God damn, put some variety in there. It's like, no, we want to repeat these songs so many times that you will hate it and then you will like it because you've heard it so many times that you kind of just like get tricked and just like, no, this song's actually quite nice. It goes to the different stages and then it back to, no, it's kind of shit actually, screw that. It's like, oh, it's actually a pretty nice song actually. No, it's terrible. They wouldn't back down even one step. Come on, watching the music shows is a New Year's tradition.
違う。バラエティだよ。
And thus the channel dispute between my wanting pop music and Yume's variety shows raged on. Well, I was going to change the channel, but I couldn't find a remote. And I was too lazy to get out from the Kotatsu to change the channel manually anyway. Damn door! No, actually, have we even seen Yume in her pajamas before? I can't really recall.
見たい番組があるんなら兄さんの部屋で見ればいいじゃない。テレビあるんでしょ。
I do, but that's not the point. He's never watched TV in his room, ever. Watching alone in my room wouldn't be very New Year's like. You're supposed to sit under the Kotatsu with everyone and eat and watch TV. That's where it's at.
それじゃあ時代劇見ようよ。間を取って。間取ってないから。
That's not a compromise at all. Yuma and I coincidentally replied in unison. Well, we didn't. Come on, Otne, that's just what you want to watch, isn't it?
でもほら、昨日からお笑い芸人さんが出てる番組と歌番組ばっかりじゃない。
So it's like one of them wants to watch pop music kind of stuff. The other one wants to watch comedy that's the same jokes over and over again, and then the other one wants to watch an historical program. And you know, oddly enough, I'm kind of with Otome on that one, just like, yeah, this seems more interesting, just like, but it's boring, man.
たまには違うのも見ようよ。9時からの新春時代劇特番、絶対面白いよ。
She said while raising her fist in the air.
弟くんも時代劇好きだよね。さくらさんと一緒によく見てるもんね。
That wasn't because I liked them, that was because she forced me to watch them.
ね、弟くんも時代劇見たいよね。
Otane kept looking at me, waiting for an answer. Oh well, I'm sure I could deal with some history. Why does it always have to be that history, though? Spice it up a bit. At least it'll be a welcome break from this comedy crap. Then it's decided. I don't mind watching some historical drama. I answered thusly.
本当？じゃあゆめちゃんは？私も別にいいけど。
And Yume replied in exactly the same way.
よかった。じゃあチャンネル変えるね。
With a smile on her face, Otne took out the remote from under the Kotatsu. How calculating. She had it under the Kotatsu. Otne, were you hiding the remote under the Kotatsu?
えっと。
That would explain why I couldn't find the remote earlier. Aha! You took it earlier so you could have supreme power over the TV, didn't you? Otherwise, that's some pretty good timing right when the show's about to start. Looking at the clock, it's displayed 8:55 p.m. Otne had definitely made up her mind to win us over 5 minutes before the show.
だって絶対見たかったんだもん。
Otne blushed a bit and changed the channel. Welcome to this news update. Earlier today in the shopping district, an incident occurred when a large signboard fell off its supports, injuring one man seriously and another man lightly. Hey, this is the incident that happened around noon.
弟くん知ってるの？
Yeah, I wandered around a bit on my way back from the shrine, and on the TV they showed some footage of the bustling scene of the incident. The police investigation showed that one of the signboard supports had suffered some damage. Some suspect that the supports may have been tampered with, but the police would not comment on the ongoing investigation.
また事故か。本当に多いね、最近。
You're right, it feels like they're talking about some incident or accident whenever you turn on the news.
What are you... Do you never watch the news? That's all it is.
Like, in today's news, terrorism and a murder victim, rape, and all these terrible things going on in various parts of the world. And now for sport. Now we will talk about celebrities and yes, the celebrities are actually people. They actually go out into restaurants, they go to movies and things like that. They actually do normal things, but because they're celebrities, we kind of stalk them, and it's totally legal apparently. And over here we have more kind of cases of all kinds of criminals and all that, and all kinds of crap. Oh, and today's news, there's a genocide here, yes, and this and that. It's just like, throw something positive in the mix, jeez! The news is just depressing. I mean, really, outside of all the depressing stuff, is all you got is sport. And like, I'm not really interested in sport, and then you got celebrities, I have no interest in that. Just like, come on, get some positive news in there. Where is it? There's bound to be positive news in the world. It just makes you look so goddamn bleak. It's been about a month, I guess. Since then, stuff like this has frequently been covered on the news. It's like when I've mentioned it quite a few times. Like, first time I went to Belfast on my own, it was like a bomb blocking the way to the train station. Just like, of all the days that something like this had happened. It was fine in the end, but that was also on the news. It's just like, seriously, just what are the odds? I come to this country, and it's just like, first time on my own, because the previous time I was with my dad, and just like, why? Just like, oh, that's great for the anxiety, though surprisingly calm throughout it.
弟くん、現場見たんだよね。
Yeah, I did.
どんな感じだった？何かおかしなところとかあった？
Maybe Yoshiyuki has some hidden power, and maybe that's what caused it. That's a guess, but not a serious guess. But if it turns out something like that is the truth, then that was a hell of a guess. But they asked me that, looking at me like she was expecting something big. Although it totally would not make any sense, really. Considering the other ones. Something strange?
例えば、不審者がいたとか。
No suspicious people, I don't think, but strange stuff. Did feel a bit weird when the sign fell.
どんな風に？
It just felt like it was jiggling a bit before it fell. A signboard wouldn't sway just because the supports were damaged, right? Clearly this is the act of the invisible man. Maybe it is an invisible man. Usually a signboard would just fall straight down once the support broke, right?
そういえばそうかも。
I'd say the wind is the real culprit here.
でも、風で煽られたりしたんじゃない？もしくは地震があったとか。
Was there a quake around that time?
なかったと思うけど、私気がつかない方だし。お姉ちゃんわかる？
What, eh?
ごめんなさい。ちょっとぼーっとしてた。何の話だっけ？だから地震の話。看板が落ちた時間に地震ってあった？なかったよ。
In that case, then why did that signboard sway like that? Did someone do it on purpose? No way, no one could do something like that.
じゃあやっぱり風邪じゃないの？今日結構強かったし。留め金が壊れてるところを風に煽られて落ちた。そういうことでしょ。
Well, that's certainly a valid option. But was the wind really that strong back then? And then I could smell something sweet from the kitchen.
あ、いっけない。台所のお鍋そのままにしてきちゃった。
Dotney got up in a hurry and went off to the kitchen.
二人ともお待たせ。甘酒できたよ。
She came in carrying a pot with sweet-smelling steam billowing from it.
お正月といえば甘酒だからね。暑いからやけどしないように気をつけてね。
We're not kids, you don't have to worry about stuff like that.
そう？ちっちゃい頃みたいにふーって冷ましてあげようと思ったんだけどな。
She said that she poured some sake into a teacup. I'm telling you, I'm not a kid. I waited for it to cool off a bit and then took a few sips. The sweet taste and warmth spread throughout my body.
懐かしいな。小さい頃お姉ちゃんよく作ってくれたよね。寒い中遊んで帰ってくるとあったかい甘酒が美味しいんだよね。おかわりいっぱいあるから遠慮しないで飲んでね。はーい。
Just don't drink too much. If you get drunk on it, you won't be able to see straight.
甘酒くらいで酔っ払うわけないでしょ。そうだよ。ちっちゃい子供でも飲めちゃうくらい薄いお酒なんだから。目の前がぐるぐる回ってるよ。
A very weak alcoholic beverage that even kids can handle, huh?
お部屋の中がぐにゃぐにゃしてる。
Just imagine if she drank the proper stuff then. Like you'd get drunk off of that, huh?
弟がいっぱいいる。
When did she start talking like this anyway? Reminds me of Persona 4. Maybe Nato was right. Maybe she's drunk on the atmosphere. But really, that was fast. She just had one cup. Just one tiny cup.
弟くんなんで4人もいるの？おかしいよ。
You're the one being weird. But shouldn't you be going to sleep? Your eyes are looking a bit hazy.
やばくなってるってどういうことかな。お姉ちゃんに教えてみて。お姉ちゃんは弟くんより年上なんだよ。甘酒くらいで酔っ払うわけないでしょ。弟くん、どうしてお返事しないの？ちゃんとお姉ちゃんのお話聞いてよ。
Utney, that's the TV.
あれ？弟くん、ずいぶん顔色が悪いと思ったらテレビだったんだ。いつからテレビになっちゃったの？
What? She's completely smashed the TV.
だいたいね、兄さんは全然わかってないです。
What the? Are you also drunk?
からね、ない。朝倉夢は一度として兄さんに絡んだことはないのです。だいたい全部兄さんがいけないんだよ。そんな曖昧なやり方でいいと思ってるんですか？
I'm sorry, Yuma, but I have absolutely no idea what you're trying to say. You know, I remember in the past at some point having some light alcoholic kind of thing, and I didn't get drunk off it, so what the hell's up with this?
どうして理解できないって言うんで
You may seem to be having trouble forming coherent sentences.
つまり B さんが全部悪いってことやろ。
Yeah, it's all my fault. You happy now?
おかわり。
Huh? Hey, now you're gonna drink more? Don't you think you've had enough? I mean, that one sip that apparently made you just pissed out of your damn mind?
おかわり。
Come on, take it easy. You're already completely smashed.
売れないなら兄さんのもらっちゃいますからね。
As she said that, she reached over, grabbed my cup, and started gulping it down. You alcoholics! Whoa, stop it, Yumi, you've had enough! Before I could grab my cup and take it back, she'd already emptied it.
もう飲んじゃいましたよ。お腹の中がふわーってする。
I just don't understand alcohol at all, really. It's just like, any time I see like people drinking a lot, they either kind of just remain more or less the same as they usually are, or they just go, we're more chill, and then the other one's like, you know, just completely breaking down in the, just like, there's just such a variety of different reactions to it, which is why I stay the hell away from it. Just like, I don't know what the hell my reaction would be to drinking alcohol, so just like, I don't even want to try. It'd be like, people be like, come on, drink. It's like, no, don't drink, it's good for you. No, it's not. Yes, it is. It really is. It's like, I don't know, it just makes people act just ridiculous at times, isn't it? I mean, have you ever been in a room filled with drunk people, everyone's just drunk and you're just stood there or sat there just like, I'm surrounded by morons. Well, they're maybe not all morons, but they are when they're drunk, at least. You may seem satisfied and fell over on top of the table.
なんだ。兄さんが意地悪するからいけないですからね。私の気持ちとか全然。
She almost seemed like she was gonna blurt out her true feelings there a bit, isn't it? Having said what she wanted, she fell asleep, slumped over the kotetsu. She is just saying whatever she wants till the very end. These girls really can't hold their liquor. And their stamina isn't that good to boot. I guess they're just really weak when it comes to drinking.
暑い。弟くん、ちょっと外で風に当たってくるね。
Ah, crap, here comes the other one. You sure you look like you can hardly stand up?
だからこそ、酔いを覚ますために外に行くんだよ。
You know, with how they talk when they're drunk, I half expect for them to be like, I'm going out to get sober. Just like, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna drive the car around the block and sober myself up. It's like, we don't even have a car and you can't drink drive. In fact, you can't drive at all, you don't have a license. It's like, I do because the magic butterfly told me so. What? Yes. Suddenly wobbled off outside her, every step quite unsteady. You know, I just realized we didn't get a damn CG at all in that one scene, did we? I feel ripped off! There should have been a CG! I really can't leave her alone outside like this. She's drunk, so she might fall asleep and freeze to death, or she might get abducted by aliens that are studying drunks. There's been a lot of bad stuff going on lately, after all. And she's quite a bit to deal with. I plan on coat and went outside to look for it now.
ああ、弟くんだ。おいっす。
Hey man, what's with that delinquent greeting?
弟くんも酔いざましに来たの？ダメだよ、飲みすぎちゃ。
Aren't you the one who had too much to drink, Otney? Do I really look drunk to you?
もう飲みが足りないよ。弟くん、付き合い悪いな。
I just don't understand that at all. It's like, drinking makes you more sociable. Yeah, but you talk like a complete dumbass. Just like, yeah, but at least you're sociable, right? But you talk like a dumbass. Just like, well, so do you. And you're sober. It's like, touche, but at least I don't need alcohol to talk like an idiot. That's not even a good thing, yeah. Well, at least I didn't fall over and piss myself. Do you want me drunk or sober? Make up your mind.
風、ひんやりして気持ちいいね。ほら、息も真っ白だよ。はあ。
They was smiling as she talked like an innocent little kid. I really want to see that smile of hers, the one that brings sunlight to even the darkest, coldest winter night. And then an asteroid hit the house. Just like, I don't know why that just came to mind. I mean, with all this talk that they're having, with all these random incidents happening, I wouldn't be surprised. Suddenly, white flakes started falling from the pitch black sky. One snowflake, two snowflakes. For a long and infinite number of snowflakes.
ねえ、弟くん、雪だよ。
Yeah. The tiny snowflakes fell to the ground and melted away almost instantly. We should probably go back in or else you catch cold.
もうちょっとだけ。
That's no good, Otney. Aren't you cold?
じゃあ、こうしちゃえば問題なし。
Huh? CG! Suddenly she walked up to me and clung to my chest. And as if it was made for two people, she wrapped herself in my coat.
ね、あったかいでしょ。
In this cold weather, our bodies were really close together. I could feel Otney's soft, small body against my chest. Well, it was certainly warm, but this seemed to present a problem other than the cold. Oh, really, if it's cold, we should go back inside.
だから、入ってるんだよ。弟くんの中に。
Otney, you're still drunk, aren't you?
酔いはもう冷めたよ。
Oh, really?
本当だよ。それに、本当は酔っ払ってなんかいなかったしね。
That damn door! Otney let out a little laugh inside my coat.
ねえ、弟くん。
Hmm?
弟くんは昔のこと、どのくらい覚えてる？
The past? What do you mean?
弟くんがうちに来たばっかりの時のこととか。
How about further back than that, since that seems to be pretty much more than a simple blur, isn't it? To be honest, I don't remember all that much. I remember that the Asakura people were all nice, greeting me warmly, and I remember being sad when Yuki died and stuff. And I remember playing with Otney and Yuki, of course. But I don't remember all the small details. That's why I couldn't remember that promise you were talking about yesterday, Otney.
そっか。
Sorry.
いや、だからいいってば。私だって昨日まで忘れてたんだから。
But wasn't it an important promise? Didn't it look like she was thinking about
あ
something?
のね、弟くん。
She looked up at my face for a bit.
例えばだよ。私がお掃除当番に任命されて、初音島中のお掃除を一人でやらなきゃいけなくなっちゃうの。しかも毎日。で、いくら島とはいえ一人で全部をお掃除するには、初音島はちょっと広いし、桜がずっと咲いてるから花びらがすぐ積もっちゃう。これは大変だなーって、さすがに一人では無理かなって思うわけよ。そんな時ね。
I'll help you out, was my immediate reply.
え？
I really don't like cleaning, but if you're in trouble, I'll help you out, Otney. But if it's every day... Why is she looking at me like a miracle just occurred? On, is that hard to believe?
でも弟くんは当番じゃないんだよ。
Why would it matter if it was my duty or not?
でもきっとすごい迷惑をかけちゃうよ。ものすごく大変だし、好きなこととかする時間なくなっちゃうかもよ。辛いこともあるかもしれないんだよ。
I'm fine with that, really. My head was all but revolving. I didn't know what to say. Because it's troublesome for you, right? That's why I'd help you out, definitely. What she's doing, making me say this stuff. It's so obvious I'd do it, there's no need to make me say it. Because I'd be more worried if you end up feeling sad or distressed all by yourself. I'd just be happy if you depend on me a bit more. I was telling her my own honest feelings. You know, misery likes company. Botany was blushing ever so slightly. She looked up at me with dim eyes. What's with this mood? Because, you know, we're siblings. I just made something up because I was feeling embarrassed. My heart had been beating really fast for a while now, so I had to do something. Botany was looking just a bit too cute.
兄弟か。
She sounded happy, but I could feel a certain mysterious sadness in the tone of her voice.
優しいね、弟くん。
She said and hugged me tightly. Aren't those words usually like what some guys dread? Just like if they take an interest in a girl and they say, "You're a real nice guy." Just like, oh no, that means that you're going to just whatever, just like friend zoned. Our bodies were really close together. I could feel her heartbeat and body temperature. What, nay?
よし、さてとお家に入ろうか。
Botany smiled mischievously at me and slipped out from under my coat.
ありがとう、弟くん。好きだよ。
She left me with those words and entered the house. What was that? She meant love like a sibling, right? Yeah, that has to be it. That should be it. Thump-a-thump-a-thump. He always uses that excuse, doesn't he? They're not actually biologically siblings. But my heart didn't start beating any slower at all. I mean, it's the equivalent of being adopted, really, isn't it?
ああ、弟くん、おはよう。
As I entered the living room, I saw Botany resting her upper body on a kotetsu. Good morning, though you look like you're hardly woken up yourself.
そんなことないよ。ちゃんと起きてます。
Energetic, yay. Oh yeah, denying it in a cute way isn't going to change anything, really. You're looking way too relaxed. Also, your face is still a bit red. Are you still a bit drunk from last night?
お酒は残ってないと思う。でもちょっと頭がフラフラするかも。
But she said she wasn't drunk. You got a bit of a hangover?
違うと思うけど、だいたい二日酔いになるほど私酔っ払ってないし。
That's another thing I'll never understand about alcohol. They're just like, they'll drink and then they wake up next day with a hangover, kind of vague memory of what happened the previous night before. And the more ridiculous the night before becomes in their memory, the more it's like, oh, there was totally whatever, what a good night. Just like, oh, you just like, say like, you were parading around the street with like a flamingo kind of, you know, like those hobby horse things on. He was a flamingo and you were just like bopping around the high street in your boxer shorts with that. It was hilarious and we were all pissing ourselves, quite literally laughing. And we put the pictures on Facebook and it was just brilliant and just like, ah, what a great night. Great night? You made a fool of yourself. Yeah, but that's what's so great about it. You'll never understand it. Man, that's gotta be the best joke ever. What has? I could hardly keep myself from laughing. Well then, you remember what happened yesterday? Does she remember what happened yesterday? She'll probably, I imagine, be like, she'll remember, but she won't say that she remembered. That's my guess. But we'll find out next time. So, that's... Just notice that's kind of bugging me now. So you open that one that way, open that one that way. It's usually, shouldn't it be there and just open both sides? Whatever. See you next time. See you next time.